going on, fellow Sambarians? What's up, guys? So I was doing a little kind of basic little maintenance on Gooberchan, my 97 Sambar Diaz. There was just a few things that I've been needing to do, but I just haven't had time to do it. And today I was like, I'm just gonna do it and ignore everything else. I get distracted too easily. So I needed to empty the oil catch can. I wanted to redo the hoses because they were getting nasty looking. I cleaned the air box out because if you run an oil catch can, some oil residue still kind of gets in the air box. So I wiped the oil out. Unless you run like a breather, like I do on my other Sambar, you can run the breather on the valve cover, then you don't have to deal with any of that. But I ran it on the van because I bought it and was gonna sell them, and so I was kind of doing it on the van to promote the oil catch cans that I had on my website. So anyways, I did that, and man, I got this stuff, Maxima, this SC1. I've seen it before. We used to use it on our mountain bikes, and it keeps like dirt from sticking to your frame, but I just totally forgot about it. So I got some more, and the stuff smells so good. But I used it to wipe down stuff on the top of the engine. It even like cleaned up my valve cover, and hopefully it'll give it a little shiny shine to keep dirt from wanting to stick to the valve cover, so it stays clean on the blue spark plug, wires, and just anything plastic. Man, this stuff is awesome. Did I mention it smells really good? Check it out. So valve cover, spark plug wires, new hoses, oil catch can has been emptied. I also did something a little different. Since I don't have the whole hot heat chamber of an exhaust here in this pocket, I wanted to do something a little different to give this thing some ram air. It's not really ram air, but there's the air box, and then I put this like horn kind of deal with a rubber hose. So now I'm just sucking air right there at the air box up against kind of where the frame rail is. I mean, it's not on it obviously, but you can see where the old port was, and it's just in front of it, so it's not really sucking air out of that thing anymore. But it definitely felt peppier having the air right there and not having to suck all the way from the front of the van. So that's kind of cool if you don't have all the heat from the exhaust up inside that pocket. Might be something a little different to do, but it definitely felt peppier because it's not pulling air all the way from the front of the van. Or if you're concerned about sucking in hot air, don't do it. But the whole point of the video today was I'm gonna be doing the rear struts on the van. So the vans and the trucks are exactly the same, and the van and the truck struts are exactly the same. So this video is for trucks, KS4, KS3, or KV3, KV4, same exact thing. And if you're in the mood to do it, I do have, I think like 3 or 4 sets of these online. I'm minus one now, obviously, because I'm gonna do it. But I do have those online on okgarage.com if you're in the mood to change the rear struts, because it's super easy. It's literally 2 bolts on each side and you're done. But it will make a huge difference in the ride of your truck or your van, because these things get shot because they're just oil filled and they turn into springs themselves. They don't work anymore. So it's always good to replace those. I haven't done them on my truck mainly because it's got such low kilometers. It's not a big deal. This one is in the 100 and I think this one's at 108. So I figured let's just change the struts since I've been doing some other cleaning up and stuff, and make a video of it. So if you're in the mood, this will show you how to do it and how easy it is. That reminds me, and if you want to do the fronts, that's a whole nother video I have, buying the struts off of eBay Got to grind them down a little bit to get the paint off because it doesn't fit in the steering knuckle quite right. So that's a whole nother video you can watch, and I'll show the process. And that one's not too difficult, mainly just grinding a little bit off of the front struts to get them to go in the steering knuckle. But yeah, these are going to be a lot easier, so let's do it. But you can use the big tube cross member down there to jack up on. Don't jack up on the motor or the transmission. Use a big cross member. Okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna take the wheel off. We're just gonna leave the wheel on there because we can get to the top bolt and then we can just get to the bottom bolt right there. I'm pretty sure everyone can get access to that bolt pretty easy, and then the top one pretty easy. So yeah, let's get those off real quick. So I think that's like a 18. I forget, I will double check, and I think that one's a 14 nut and a bolt. So once you get it on jack stands, we will take the jack and we'll use it to put pressure on the control arms. So we'll lower this down. Okay, so you want to have your, I guess you could do this with the tire on the ground. You could also do that, but I'm just pushing up on the control arm to take pressure off of the strut, because obviously it's going to be super tight. And then we will take the bolt out from the top, and then now let's hit the bottom one. Okay, so this one, you don't necessarily have to take the wheel off. That's what I was trying to do, is not have to take the wheel off. So I guess it would give you a little more room if you were able to jack up the back like this. But we're just gonna hit 14 mil and then get the, I don't know if you could do this with small 12-inch wheels or not, but I got 14, so we got room. Okay, so after some not so nice words, finally broke it loose. It is super tight. I threw some penetration lubricant on the other one. Apparently these are super rusty and very tight. So too tight for a little impact to handle. So let's get these off all the way, and then we'll see how bad these struts are. If they're even bad at all. They might be just fine, but it is almost 30 years old, so might as well just start over. And now I'm looking underneath, I got a little bit of an oil leak. That's a bummer. You coming up right there, Bubba? Holy heck. Yeah, I'd say a little bit rusty. Got some rusty on there. Now, let's take the old shock out. Or strut, dampener, whatever the heck you want to call it. So let's go ahead and put these in. So, same way it came out. We'll just put the top one in. And we'll put the KYB facing out. But we'll put the top first so it doesn't swing down and scratch on anything. I don't want to scratch up our new struts. Now, do we? Put it in the pocket. Bottom one. They look good right now. So the bolt end goes first, and then the nut was on the inside. So same deal. Tight those up, and we'll just get them pretty tight. Considering the suspension, we don't want it to come loose. Now, I want to do it by hand. What we're doing. Yeah, okay, pretty tight. Now, let's hit the top one. So we'll blast it on with the impact to get it up there. I'm going to do the rest by hand, so I know how tight it is. Okay, that's pretty tight. So the strut is in. Get it all back down. Cool. Well, that was it. Very, 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 very easy. I'm not going to show how to do the other side because it's exactly the same on whichever side you did. But I just sprayed a little penetration lube on the nut, just to help it come off. This side is exactly the same. You can hit it with the tire on. At least I was able to. If you cannot, obviously take your wheel off. Might make it a little easier. I was just trying to show less work on how to do it. Take that bolt off. And just kind of while you got stuff off the ground, you know, kind of inspect everything. Make sure everything looks okay. You know, you got your lowering springs or whatever, just kind of check stuff out. But yeah, that looks good with the new strut in there, the Ram Air. Cool. And check out your boots while you're back here too, see if they're ripped. Like I said, I got kind of an oil leak. It looks like it might be coming from the rear main or oil pan. Bummerooski. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That's super easy. Super easy. Sorry I'm not doing the other side, but just to save time, and obviously it's the same exact process. But again, I have these KYB struts for the Sambar or truck or van on my website if you're interested. I got 3 or 4 sets left. Stuff like that's getting a little bit harder to grab. Sometimes it's, you know, 30 days waiting on parts, or some days, you know, it's a week. So if you've been wanting to do it, kind of now's your chance, because I don't know how much longer these struts are going to be around. Stuff is getting really hard to get for the Sambars these days. A lot of parts are disappearing. So I'm finding other parts that work to replace the Sambar, so it might not be a genuine Subaru part, but it's something else that works with the Sambar because parts are disappearing. And yeah, get stuff while you still can. But yeah, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out okgarage.com. If you got parts, hit that like button if you liked it, or subscribe if you like. I'd really appreciate it. And all the support has been awesome. You guys are great. Squid pipes pretty soon here. We got a couple we got to make, and then hopefully we'll get some time and we'll put a couple up on the website so you can just buy it and squid pipe your Sambar out. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.